We were, it was Sunday around
We were watching football.
1-ish, and we were
like
watching
every
football.
family, or a lot of families on Sunday.
And
we were watching
our
football.
son was here. Everybody was home except for she was down at her home
We
in LA.
gather on
And
Sunday.
my niece called me and she was freaking out and she said, "Christy, have you talked to Kaylee?" And I said, "Yesterday, like last night." And she said, "Something bad happened to Kaylee. Something bad happened." And she was just bawling. And I said, "Well, what do you mean? What do you mean?" And she said, "I think Kaylee's dead." And I said, "Well, what do you mean?" And she
All
said,
our stomachs just dropped.
she
We were
said
just like,
there was somebody just called me and they live down there. And she said there was a party last night and somebody went in and shot the party up and Kaylee was shot.
On Good Morning Northwest, tragedy on the U of I campus. 4 students dead, another in the hospital.
Started out as a very odd Sunday in the first place because he was sick and he's never ever sick. Never been to the hospital my entire life, and it wound up being Ramsey Hunt, so he had this crazy rash on his face that started in his ear all the way down the nerve, and that morning woke up with his face all swelled up and was like, "There's something wrong. I think I actually need to go to urgent care." And I was like, "That's crazy. If you're saying that, this is serious." So he had this crazy rash on his face that started in his ear all the way down the nerve, and that morning woke up with his face all swelled up.
You saw LA law enforcement come up in your driveway. You ran to the